Lagos, you are watching the news in Africa and the world, but first, Nigeria began a gradual easing of three main states, Lagos, Abuja and Ogun State, but the main doctors association described the move as very premature. The country has recorded 2,558 confirmed cases of the new COVID-19 and 87 deaths. The continent's top economy has been weighed down by more than 4 weeks of strict lockdown in some of its most densely populated areas. Abuja, Lagos and Ogun State will be lifted gradually over a 6-week period. The usually frenetic streets of the coastal megacity Lagos were busy with cars, buses and some businesses reopened, though with a low turnout of customers. Burundi is getting set for its May 20 presidential vote despite the global coronavirus pandemic. During rallies in the cities of Bujumbura and Maramvia, supporters of the ruling CNDD-FDD had their temperatures taken. They were also required to wash their hands before attending the campaign event. Given that social distancing would not be practicably possible, the Minister of Health, Tade Ndikumana, said they decided to use the thermometers to measure the temperature at the entrance of the stadium or places of gathering. With 15 confirmed cases of the new coronavirus and 1 death announced over the weekend, some Burundians believe life must go on. The country also has 7 recoveries as of May 4. In South Africa, the corruption case against former President Jacob Zuma has been postponed to 23 June 2020. The matter was set for May 6, but it has been shifted due to the coronavirus lockdowns, travels, and court appearance restrictions. The Supreme Court of Appeal, the SCA, dismissed Jacob Zuma's application for the permanent stay with cost back in March. The SCA had not heard the arguments from Zuma's legal team, which prompted them to then approach the Constitutional Court. The one-time ruler of South Africa is accused of unlawfully accepting millions of rands from the controversial arms deal. Jihadist attacks in Mali. A French Foreign Legion soldier was killed in a combat, authorities said. The first-class legionnaire Kevin Clement was killed in action during a Barkhane operation against armed terrorist groups in the Sahel region. His death came after another French Legion soldier died of injuries sustained during fighting in Mali. France started its military operation there in 2013 to help regain territory seized by Islamist extremists. President Emmanuel Macron sent his condolences to Clement's family, while he expressed France's determination to work for peace in the region. What is making news out of Africa? Celebrities, world leaders and philanthropists have pledged some 7.4 billion euros for research into coronavirus vaccines, treatment and testing during an EU-led video conference that was snubbed by the United States. European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen, who hosted the conference, said a vaccine was the best chance of beating the COVID-19 disease, which so far has killed nearly 250,000 people around the world, 140,000 of them in Europe. Major European powers, along with Japan and Canada, made the biggest pledges, but the lack of US representation raised the prospect of an uncoordinated competition to develop and produce a vaccine. Over to the United States, a newly revised coronavirus mortality model predicts nearly 135,000 Americans who die from coronavirus by early August, almost double previous projections as physical distancing measures to suppress the pandemic are increasingly relaxed, according to researchers. The new forecast from the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation reflects rising mobility in most U.S. states, with an easing of business closures and stay-at-home orders expected in 31 states by May 11, the institute added. The novel coronavirus is already known to have infected almost 1.2 million people in the U.S., including over 68,000 who have died. We And today's edition, in China, where its state media says the United States has been making groundless accusations over the origins of the new coronavirus that causes COVID-19. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said there is enormous evidence that the pandemic originated in a Chinese lab, echoing a claim made by President Donald Trump. Scientists around the world have condemned conspiracy theories suggesting that COVID-19 does not have a natural origin, pointing to studies that suggest it originated in wildlife. China has faced criticism at home and abroad over its handling of the virus, especially during the initial outbreak. Thank you for watching. Information continues on DBS Television. Until we meet, do take care and stay safe.